Now on Southern Living presents Country Couture. Hello and welcome to Southern Living Presents. I'm Frances Schultz and we're at the Botanical Garden in Atlanta, Georgia. Today, we'll meet the man they call the NASCAR artist, and we'll catch up with a tea sommelier. But first, he's dressed everyone from Sammy Davis Jr. to Dolly Parton. He's known as the king of country couture. And as for any king, one name suffices: Manuel.
I am actually a lucky little boy born in Cualcomán, Michoacán, Mexico, about 350 years ago. I traveled all over the place and came to the United States to fulfill one of my dreams, probably the only one. I'm happier than, it couldn't happen to a better fella.
Manuel certainly fulfilled his dreams and then some. He's designed clothes for virtually every major celebrity since the 50s, but he came from humble beginnings.
So I get into the United States of America and in the Los Angeles area, and I get my first job for $1 an hour. How about that?
That first job didn't last long. Within a month, the shop owner threw him out because he was just too talented and got him a job doing fittings for designer to the stars, Cy DeVore.
Who am I doing fittings for? Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., a mess of stars.
Realizing Manuel's enormous talent, Cy DeVore also let Manuel go and sent him to work with legendary country designer Nudie Cohen.
I ended up marrying his daughter, and then just, Hollywood style, I also had to divorce her. And I had to divorce Nudie too. So I moved on into my shop, and everybody was buying from me. So to knew the guys like the Bird, Flying Burrito Brothers, Poco, like America, Chicago, Jackson 5, like the Osmond Brothers. I dressed everybody like that, the Bee Gees, everybody during that era. It was never a red tag sale either. It was costly, and it was I had my own cult following,
As Manuel's business progressed, he was dressing more and more country stars.
By 1989, he realized a lot of his client base was living in Nashville, so he moved his operation here, and Nashville is thrilled to have him as one of their own local sons. The range that Manuel is able to create is remarkable, from the highly ornate, decorated pieces that are covered with literally, thousands of rhinestones, to the more simple pieces.
Today is going to be a black day. We're working on a lot of black suits for everybody.
The family part of the business consists of my sister Morelia, my father Manuel, and myself. The employees, we consider them family as well.
Believe me, I always got best dressed, and I wore every color of every pants. He asked if you'd call him. He's fine with that, but he just wants you to discuss those two with him. He wants those added.
Okay. This is 100% wool gabardine, which is probably the oldest fabric known to tailors, but it is the most reliable and the one that hangs and has drapes beautiful. And we love to work on it because a suit like this will be around for 30 years.
Okay, right now what I'm doing is I'm actually preparing the embroidery work. This is the actual design work that's going to be laid out onto the fabric that's going to be done by the embroidery thread.
With all he's done, Manuel decided he wanted to give something back to America.
I needed to thank this country for all these opportunities, it can happen in many countries in the world, but only in America it can happen so fast. And, if you have the ability and the ambition, you can go places that you dreamt before about. And you can actually surpass that. And that's exactly what happened to me. I decided that one day I was going to give back to the country. And it was in 1986 when I finally took the decision that I was going to make 8 jackets for each state of America. I started working on them, and I said, I don't want to croak off without doing this. So I kind of, we've been working on it, and then the Frisk Institute offered me the fantastic opportunity to present my work. And I said, how can this be, come on.
The Frisk Center does not have a permanent collection. Rather, we host temporary exhibitions. And Manuel, Star Spangled Couture, is one of our most important and one that we're most pleased to be hosting. When we heard about the State Jacket series, we knew immediately that we wanted to show it, even though it isn't necessarily the more traditional fine arts. But to us, it's absolutely worthy of being seen in a museum environment.
It's like looking at your children, holding hands and giving you all that beautiful energy, that power, it makes me humble. I love what I do, and, I breathe it, I talk it, I see it, I invent it, I play with it. The greatest thing. Can't change. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world.
Coming up.
The first misconception is that tea is very stuffy and it's very rigid.
But first.
I have a very great career, the one that I've always